Good afternoon to all you hooligans. We are back with the 240 today. Now, I filmed a bunch this morning. I'm actually going to break these videos up because there's a lot more work. I do this all the time. There's a lot more work than what I think there is. And then I'm like, ah, crap, this is going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while. I also got a baby, so I'm on dad duty on the weekend, so it's a little tough to balance. But the series of the next couple videos that you guys will be seeing throughout these next few weeks is we're going to be finishing the electrical on the inside here and getting this kind of prepped up. We're not going to be doing anything paint-wise inside. I'm going to keep the red. I like the red a lot, to be honest. And the other part of me is I don't have the time to do exactly what I wanted to do because I wanted to strip all this down, repaint the bay, repaint the frame, everything from the inside to here, and then paint the body. However, I want you guys to comment below what color I should do. I got two in mind, and I'm a DIY when it comes to paint, and I want to do black. And I know black is really difficult to do, but the other color I'm thinking is yellow and red. It's a drift car, so, you know, no crazy ideas, because I'm just, like I said, it's going to be simple. I'm going to crash it, and I know that it's going to happen. So, but let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, comment on these videos. That way, y'all can see the future plans with this shitbox. Now, in today's episode, we will be going through what the rest of this wiring, which I did a lot of this morning, so I'm going to... Wow! As you can see, I got this cable here that I'm trying to figure out. I actually have to cut this down. We're not going to use all of that anymore because we swapped the entire harness to the back here. But this ground that I talked about in my short, I think I talked about it in my shorts, but I was going to extend it and run it up here, but instead I was able to make the hole bigger for this bolt, and that's a good ground. I did build a bracket for this. This is on one of my shorts, actually. That's how I cut my finger. But I made a bracket for the fuse box, and it is going to sit here. Actually sits here really nicely. The distribution block we're actually working on right now. I think I have the pieces in the garage. I'll show that in a minute then. All this other wiring that I plan to extend is going to be at a later date. Like I said, I'm going to touch up, or paint match, I should say, the engine bay. So we're going to keep the red. As I said earlier, you know, need your guys' help to figure some things out, because I'm not great when it comes to paint. I'm not really great at, like, color, you know, like, oh, what looks good, all this other stuff. I've never really done it. I've just bought in cars, put motors in them, and send the shit out of them. Oh, one of the other things I did, too. Bam! Move this to the back here. So this is actually mounted really well right here, surprisingly. And, yeah, so that's good. Ran the wiring underneath there, so you can't really see it. Everything is getting tucked as best as possible. And so before I extend the wiring that needs to come back to the engine bay here, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to paint match all this primer stuff. I'm going to sand it all back down. Sand everything. I'm going to take the doors off, and we'll just kind of touch up the red with a can, and we're going to use our paint gun to paint the whole car. Oh, here's the piece I was talking about, actually. So I'm going to put this bracket back on. What I'm doing right now is this is the holder for the distribution block. Now, I was just going to, I just drilled the hole to put a bolt through it, and then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute, that whole distribution block is metal. So if it touches this, it's going to energize this bolt, which is going to energize this piece, which is grounded to the chassis. We can't do that. So that's why I went out and I bought this bench grinder at Harbor Freight. Is I'm just going to round this down to a point to where I can stuff it in here, and then I'm going to fill all this up with a kind of like a glue stick. I wonder if I have any. I do. So it's looks like a glue stick. It's not, though. It's for electrical, like exposed wiring. You heat this up and you rub it on it, and then it cools down and covers the electrical, I guess. Anyways, the idea here is it's going to put a protective layer on top of it, so that piece won't energize this bolt, so we don't send power to a ground. Alright, so this is what I mean, is by shaving down the head. Now, I could have gone out and buy, like, flat bolts, flat-headed bolts, but the amount of time it took me to do this would have been the amount of time it would have been to get the car started, go to the store, pick it up. So I was like, you know, if you can make it work, make it work. And if you know, like, time-wise, like, it's going to work. But let me show you guys what I mean. So this is what it looks like beforehand, right? And we get in here, we're going to grab the distributor, we're going to lock it into place. All right, so it's going to sit like so. It's going to sit like that. I'll show you guys a better representation. I'm not good with words, but ideally that's what it's going to look like with the cover. Now, you're probably wondering why. Well, don't these things normally bolt? They do. And, well, the screw things are broken on them, so that's why I decided to go this route. So, we have a lovely mount now for it. And with that, I'm going to fix up some of this wiring here and make it look a little bit better and wire it better and all that. But what I need to do is I need to put the thing I was telling you about over it. I just want to show you guys what it looks like beforehand, how it's like nice and flat underneath. It won't contact this regardless, but I'm going to put an extra layer of security just in case, because I don't want my car catching on fire, and that's a good way to catch a car on fire, by not securing that properly. But other than that, I mean, this is fucking like, this is good, you know? Barely can move it. In fact, I'm going to give it another good hug like that. We're even more secure now. So this is perfect. I got my Fuego. Is it even? Oh, son of a bitch! Forgot. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, I need actual fire. Take that out. That's how I make fire. It's a little hot already. Damn. Okay. There we go. Fuego. Okay. So now we're gonna heat this up. This smells horrible, by the way. This stuff right here. You guys can't smell it, but I'm getting it nice. See how it's rounding? Now that it's rounding, it's actually pretty wet. We're just gonna, there we go. Put a little dab on there like that. Drag more around. Melt that down a bit. Get that up a little bit more. We're going to do another good puddle. Ah! There's contaminants in there. No. Oh, whatever. There we go. Picked it up with the stick. Actually, those are contaminants we don't want. That's metal. Okie dokie. Alright, so we're gonna heat this up a little bit. I might have put a little too much on there, but that's okay. Heating up the rest of this plastic now. Alright, stop. Now we're just going to let it sit and dry, and we'll come back to it when it's done. Now that I have it on, and maybe you guys can kind of see, maybe can see that it's a little lighter, that's where it's hitting. And it's just right on top of it. And as you can see, now that it's dry, this thing is hard as a rock. So it's like this liquid electrical tape type thing is what it is. It's to, again, to repair like the insulation of wiring, just like a quick fix, you know, just so you don't have to cut, splice, do all that stuff. But obviously it's great for other purposes too. So now that we have all this put together, we're going to mark it up real quick. I already did, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you guys that I put it in and it still sits flush. Alright, and that's what we want. We want it to be protected but sitting flush, which it does. And then take it off. There's nothing on the back, so we're good. So now You can put it in this way like this. That's how I'm going to hook it up. So the main power source is going to come there from the battery, and these are going to be my distribution to everything else right next to the fuse box. So any electrical problems, I can come here, all that fun stuff. So next order of business is I'm going to get all this hooked up, get this mounted, get all this wiring taken care of, get everything hooked up, do everything I need to do inside the car, and then we will move on. And now it's quiet, which means you're probably going to start crying, aren't you? God, you look scared. Doesn't he look scared?
He looks like really alert and alarmed.
Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. He was like, I'm scared. Now I'm happy. But now I'm happy. Big happy boy. Hi. He's like, Daddy's right here. All is good. I have officially mounted the distribution block. We have the power cable going in. I fixed up some of the wiring in my last clip. If you paid attention, there's it was sticking out. So now I cut them down a bit. So now they're not sticking out. Just, you know, it's not wrong if they were sticking out a little bit. No big deal. This is personal preference. Change the ground over here. Shorten the power cable. I'm going to show you guys what I did to the battery in the back here. As well is I took my handy dandy die grinder and drilled a hole right here and ran all the cables through here. So worked out. Okay, now the next order of business is to not really clean up here, because why would I do that in the middle of working, but move all of this over so I can get to the seat belts here. I'm going to be probably selling these. If anybody wants a stock, the motors, the motors for the retractors for this what is it, the sideways seat belt, I guess. I don't know the actual science terminology for all this stuff, but I know what it does, and that's what matters. I'm going to be pulling the seat belts out, pulling these things off. We're not going to be using them, pulling the rear seat belts off. We're going to be doing, in the future, half cage, or at least a roll bar, and a 5-point harness, and all that. We're putting bucket seats and all that in here. So, and they're going to be static. So they're not going to go back and forth. They're going to be planted. Simply because a lot of stuff I'm putting in the rear, like the wiring and whatnot. So I don't want to like have adjusting the seat or passenger seat or whatever, and you know, we create problems for ourselves we could have avoided. So let's do this real quick. Let's take this off. I think this is all I gotta take off. There's a clip right here. It's all one piece. Does that have to come off too? I don't know. I've never taken these off before, and when I've had 240, so I'm not entirely too sure exactly. Oh, they are little clips. Those are clips. Oh, look at that. That's fucking sweet. Yeah, we're gonna take that off. Probably a 14. Is that my righty tighty or lefty loosey? Damn. All right. I need a bigger tool. This is more appropriate for her. Oh, here we go. Who's the her? I don't know. The one person I know? Hey, look at that. That worked a lot better. I mean, it would make sense that this is... I don't know if my camera's, like, doing anything. Fucking hate 240s. You're right, I don't. But I hate that I can't fit my power tools in spaces. I literally have to do it all by hand. Oh, I guess, I mean, I have an electric ratchet. How lazy am I? I'm pretty lazy. Nope. I want my ratchet. I call this one Daddy. It's a good idea. No. It's not that I don't want to do it. My socket was in here. But while I'm here, I might as well just...
Oh, you're so ridiculous.
What's that bolt for? Oh, is this like an entire bracket? Oh, that's dope. Okay, so now how? There's no way. There's no way. Well, okay, I know I need a Phillips right here. Yuck. Fucking thing ain't magnetized. It sucks. Okay, well, fortunately I don't need to take this whole thing off, but if I do... See? This is actually a really clean headliner, so I'm not trying to touch it with my dirty hands. May I ask my assistant to grab me a flathead screwdriver, please? Thank you, baby. It's not a tab. It's another Phillips. Fuck Phillip. Philip's an asshole. Ooh. Okay. So I don't need to take... So, 240s have this retractor right here for the seatbelt, because they have a double seatbelt, because safety standards in the 90s was bonkers, alright? So, 240 had this coolest fucking thing ever, that when you open the car door and shut it, this will retract and go over your chest, so you don't have to plug it in yourself. Dopest thing ever in the 90s. Also, my favorite thing about 240s, and I'm leaving it in the car, because I don't need it, but I have it plugged in, it's the chime. When you open the door, it goes doo-doo, 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 but it's super fucking Japanese, and I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. God, look at how, oop, that's broken, but look at how effortless taking this off was from the 90s. This doesn't even feel like brittle or anything. It's still flexible and nice, and I mean, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so there is, what the fuck is this wiring right here? The retractor thing sits behind this bracket. Okay. 10 millimeter. So many parts, so many tools. Don't even know what's what. Oh, I think my 10 millimeter is in my thing. Or no. It's under my wiener. Put all those back in so we don't lose them. I mean, this car was really a clean car, honestly, and it sucks that I got my hands on it, you know what I mean? This is not good. Poor car. But, I mean, I'm not going to throw away any of the OEM stuff. Like, if I got this car and it had no interior, oh, gentlemen and ladies, we would just be absolutely sending this thing. All this off, that's 14. Oh no. I'm surprised I didn't break that. Man, there's like a 10, a 14, a 10, a 14, a 10, a 14. Oh, I had Loctite. That's why it felt fun. The bracket. There we go. Look at that, baby. That's what that is. Oh, that's so dope, baby. Oh, yeah. It's awesome. All right. 4 big guys. All right, my favorite hooligans. That will be it for this episode. I am going to finish pulling off all the seatbelt stuff, seatbelt related stuff, clean up on the interior, and then we'll be moving on to the suspension, but that's going to be another episode. This is going to conclude this episode. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, that way you can get notified next week when that episode drops, and I will see you guys all then. Bye-bye.